What's going on, guys? It's Day Near 25 here, and welcome back to another episode of our Minecraft adventure. In the last episode, we finished clearing out this map of the surrounding area, and thankfully we did not find any separatist movement anywhere near our Republic base here. And in today's episode, we're gonna carry on exploring, but we're gonna go a little bit further out. We're gonna go on a scouting mission, not for separatist activity, but just to scout the area. We're gonna head out that way, I think, off to this direction of the map, because I think we've already, like, just in exploring this area, we've already gone that way, and obviously that way is just more on this map, and we'd have to go a really long way to get over there. So I figured, since we're like basically right here, we're almost at the edge of this map anyway, we can carry on going this direction. And check and see what we can find out and about. So as you see, I got another map made. I need to get paper for it though, because obviously I'm going to have to, you know, stack it up to a level 4 map and everything. I think I have paper, I just put it away because I'm silly. Yeah, there we go. Then we'll obviously just need to keep this map just so that we can, you know, get over there. And I'll need this crafting table too as well, just so that I can get the map up to where I need it to go. And of course we'll need the boat, just in case there's water. But let's head out. Again, I'm just going to leave my bed at home and just time set day it, because it'll just save time, ultimately. Is that a spider jockey in the water? That's so freaking funny. And then they ended up breaking apart because of the fact that that's just how it works when you're a mob. That's so damn funny. Also, I think it's kind of horrifying that the husks don't burn in the sun. Like, I guess I get it because they're desert mobs, but like, it's so horrifying that they don't burn. Alright, let's get to the edge here so that we'll be off of this map just a touch, and then we'll be able to open up our new one. Crazy little ravine. I think that, yep, okay, there we go. Okay, so now we put this map away, we grab this one, we'll open it up facing this, direction, and then we'll put it in there. Boom, 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 and boom. And boom. Cool. Alright. So, wait. Don't tell me it's about to do this. Is this gonna be... Bruh. Why did it open this way when I wasn't facing this direction? Okay, well, hold on. That's stupid. Alright, hold on. That's not happening. Alright, hold on. We'll give... That doesn't make any sense that worked like that, but sure. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna get us a new map. That's stupid. Okay. So what? Do I have to face this way then? No. What the heck, man? Okay. How about now? Dude! Because that's still going to be the same, isn't it? Oh, frick. Wait. I'm in creative now, right? I'm supposed to have infinite paper. Whatever, okay, fine. Why is this like this? Why? Alright, this is about to piss me off. Am I not far enough out? Is that the problem? Like, do I have to be like out here? Okay, well that looks better anyway. Hold on. Okay, there we go. That was so stupid. I was like, what is going on? I guess maybe I wasn't far enough off of the other map or something. I don't know. That was weird, but okay. Because they should lead into one another now, right? Like this is, well, this is off the map, but this is off the map this way, and then we're on it now. We're off it now. We're on it now. Okay, so a little bit further than I would want it to be, but I guess that works. But all right, well, whatever. At least we got it figured out eventually, at least, which is good. So let's start getting this map filled out now. Start doing a scout out of this area over here. But I hope everybody's having a good day today, though. Today is Friday. So everybody's having or has had, I should say, a good week and is ready for the weekend. Oh, I went a little bit too far off the map there. Oopsies. I had a pretty good week this week, I guess. Same, I guess pretty much same as any other week. Nothing too overly exciting happened. Oh man, I did start a new playthrough today though, for at least a new main playthrough. Did we already loot this? I was gonna do my I must have. This looks dug out. Even if I didn't, I'm not or even if I did, or no, yeah, I was right the first time. Even if I didn't, I'm not taking any of that junk. But I was gonna originally, for the next series that I did, I was originally going to do either Lego Star Wars 3, The Clone Wars, or Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga. But I also was debating with myself about The Complete Saga because they just released Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy, on the PlayStation Store for the PS5, and they gave it achievement support. And I was like, okay, well, you know, I gotta go for the Platinum Trophy on that, right? So I sat there and I was like, okay, well, obviously that does mean also that there'd be no point in me doing the Complete Saga. Because for those of you that don't know, the original Lego Star Wars, the video game, and Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy, obviously they got released separately before the Complete Saga came out. And then the Complete Saga came out on the next generation of consoles, which at that time was the PS3 and the 360, to put the games together and also add some new fun and interesting stuff. And also just to put them on, you know, the next gen consoles or whatever, right? There's a village right here, by the way. But the gameplay between Lego Star, like the prequels that were in Lego Star Wars the video game, and then the original trilogy, which were in the original trilogy game, is the exact same. Well, actually, that is a lie. They actually did make I don't know if it was a quality of life improvement. I'm calling it a quality of life improvement because the original levels sucked ass and were so fucking hard. But maybe it was just to make them a little bit easier for the younger generation. I don't know, but they did actually change in the prequels 2 levels. They made Mos Espa Pod Race and Gunship Cavalry so much easier than they were in the original game. Oh. Well, hello. Look at all this gold. If you guys are stuck for gold, just try to find a Badlands biome. Like, how many freaking pieces of gold is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 15 blocks, and that's just what I can see. That's not the veins. Wow, that's nuts. But yeah, they made them so much better. And they also added a 6th level to Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. It originally... Is that an Iron Golem? Oh, it is, because there's a village right there, too. No shit. Because originally, in the original Lego Star Wars, the video game, Attack of the Clones actually only had 5 levels. Which is kind of weird. So they added another level to the complete saga to give it 6, like all the other movies. And it actually is kind of relevant to the, like, you know, it makes sense that they did, because it is, damn it, I thought I could make that jump. It actually is kind of, like, relevant to the movie. It's Anakin and Obi-Wan chasing Zam Wesell across the skies of Coruscant after she tries to assassinate Padme with the little, you know, with the little poison worm things or whatever it was that she was trying to kill her with. So it does make sense that they did add that, because that is kind of important to the story, because that's how they, you know, find out about the poison darts and the Kaminoans and all that jazz, because Obi-Wan takes the dart to see... Oh my gosh, why can't I think of the dude's name? Oh my goodness. Dexter. That's his buddy's name. I was like, what was the name of the hub in the in Lego Star Wars the video game? Because that's the main hub in the original Lego Star Wars the video game, is Dexter's Diner. Obviously, because, you know, it's Clone Wars era stuff, right? And then in both the complete saga and the original trilogy, it's Mos Eisley's Cantina. I kind of was hoping when I was younger that, and this is probably just like the giddy child in me because I loved those games so much, I kind of was hoping that, like, the main hub area for the complete saga was going to be like a mix of both. Like, it's going to be Dexter's Diner for the original trilogy, or I'm sorry, it'd be Dexter's Diner for the prequels, and then it would be Mos Eisley Cantina for the original trilogy, but that just unfortunately wasn't the case. But also at the same time, I don't necessarily know if that would have been possible. I mean, it probably would have been, but it probably also logistically would have been kind of awkward and would have made, like, 0 sense at all. But I still thought it was really cool. I really love this Badlands biome over here. This looks really nice. Oh god. This is all unloaded chunks, by the way, so this is all new that we're checking out right now. I've never been over this way. Looks very nice, though. Is there going to be an easy way for me to get out? Yeah, over this way. But anyway, I got a little bit sidetracked with that there, but nonetheless, you know, but like I said, like with the gameplay of the original trilogy from Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy, that wasn't the block I meant to go to, but it still worked. Combined with, you know, or not being any different from how it was in the complete saga, I was like, well, I can't obviously do them back to back, and I'd be playing the complete saga obviously on my PS3 because they haven't, you know, re-released that or anything like that, right, for the PS5, which, you know, Copium is at an all-time high that they're going to do that with both the original video game and the complete saga. And even, honestly, I'd even be cool with them doing it for the Clone Wars. I already have that platinumed, but, I mean, if they do it how the same that they did with Minecraft, it'll be all new achievements anyway if they release it for the PS5. Because that's apparently how Minecraft worked. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. If you play Bedrock at all, you guys are a lot smarter than me when it comes to things like that, though. So it wouldn't surprise me if you guys did, but I just thought that it was going to be, you know, like, that they were making a PS5 version of Minecraft, and, you know, it's obviously going to look a little bit better, run a little bit smoother, and all that jazz. But, like, if you had the PS4 version, because if you had the PS4 version, it was a free upgrade, which I did. I obviously have to keep, you know, I have to have my PS4 disc in my console. So, like, even though it was a digital download, but the reason why I'm even able to play it is because of the fact that, or the reason I got it for free is because I had the PS4 version. So, obviously, I'm technically using the PS4 version to play it, right? Which makes sense. I'm not tripping about that. It's not that big of a deal, right? But I didn't realize that, because like my thought process was, with that being the circumstances, that, and just like when I upgraded to the PS4 version from the PS3 version, I figured I would just port my worlds over, and the achievements and stuff would go with it. Geronimo! But come to find out, that's not how that works. You can port your worlds over, absolutely you can, but your achievements, you have to start from square one again. And I'm like, bro, are you kidding me? Like, because now it's like, I want to get the platinum for both versions of Minecraft, you know what I mean? And it's like, which granted, realistically speaking, I probably never would do, because the PS5 version at least took out all the multiplayer achievements, which I liked, because I feel like I'm not good enough at the game to ever get the multiplayer achievements for the PS4 version. So I probably never realistically will ever get all of them. But I also don't quite know how Minecraft's achievement system for the the PS4 works, because I don't know if you genuinely, because obviously, with any other game, to get the platinum trophy, you have to get all the other achievements for the game, right? But for Minecraft, I don't fully know if that is how it works, because for those of you that don't have the PS4/5 version of Minecraft, or don't play Bedrock at all, the achievements are broken up into like sections, if you will, chapters almost, if you will. They each have their own progression bars of like, from 0 to 100% and everything. But not all of them have platinum trophies. Only the first trophy set has the platinum trophy in it, and I think that one's the one that's more loosely based on the main game of Minecraft. Like, completing it's mostly based on this tree, but like it has like a bunch of different ones of these other things from these other three categories in here, but this is mostly what it's focused on, just to give you guys the idea. But I don't know if you get the platinum for just getting all of those achievements, or if you genuinely have to get all of them. Because if you genuinely have to get all of them, I probably will never get platinum on the PS4 version, just purely because of the fact that I doubt that I'll ever be successful enough to, get the achievements related to anything multiplayer related. But at the same time, that does mean I'll probably platinum the PS5 version, because it doesn't have that. But I don't know. It is just kind of silly to me that it's a new achievement set. But I guess at the same time, I do kind of get it, because it is technically its own game and a new game, so I guess it makes sense. But it's like, come on, man. Give a guy a break, But oh well. Nonetheless. But that was a way, way big side tangent for why the game that I ended up playing ended up being what it is. But nothing new when it comes to me, right? But it's just a conversation, right? We're having a conversation. Side tangents are sometimes allowed in conversations, as long as they have a point, which this one thankfully did. And I could have... So that's putting a pin on the complete saga. Well, actually, no, to put a pin in the complete saga. So that was my logic for not necessarily doing that, because I figured I gotta have at least a year in between playing both of those games, because the gameplay would be literally the same, and really the only differences would be in my commentary a little bit, oh boy, we got this achievement in the original trilogy because we did whatever the achievement was, yay, compared to just playing the game flat out, right? So that's the one thing. And the other thing is I don't really have the extra funds just floating around to buy the original trilogy right now, but that could change before a year. But I was like, and I was really debating on what one I wanted to do first. Like, I kind of wanted to do the original trilogy first, just because. So I was like, like, I don't know. And then also, like I said, I was also thinking about maybe doing Lego Star Wars 3: The Clone Wars, even though I have already 100%ed that. So I probably would have, like, just made myself a new profile on my PS3 so that, my achievements would be, obviously non-existent, so I'd be able to actually get them again. So that I could show you guys, like how, obviously as we go through 100%ing it and everything. But in and amongst my thinking of all that, I was sitting there and I was like, well, you know what? I was like, I have NSO because obviously, I needed it to play Red Rescue Team when it got released for the Virtual Console, right? And I was like, so I got NSO, right? And other than Pokemon and like one or two other Nintendo games, I never really played any Nintendo games as a kid. Like, none of them. Because I didn't really grow up around them or with them. So I was like, like I missed out, if you will. And it's not that I like was against them. It's not like I was just like, oh, Nintendo games are stupid or this, that, and the third, or like they're boring or they're dumb and I don't like them and like, this, that, and the third. It's just, I just, wasn't around it, wasn't exposed to it, so I didn't know anything about them, right? But I sat there and I was like, you know what? I was like, I have NSO. I mean, I didn't check every single Virtual Console. Granted, I just started with the GBA because that's just where I was. And that's actually the only one I have downloaded right now. I still got to download the other ones. But, I sat there and I'm like, you know what? I was like, I haven't played any Nintendo games, like, ever. I was like, let me check out the Virtual Console and see if there's any games that leap out at me that I want to try. So I opened up the GBA Virtual Console and I was looking and I came across the series that we started, or the game that we started today. And that was Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. I was like, you know what? I was like, Kirby's my goat. I love Kirby. And this is a game, like, I played Superstar Ultra for the DS back in the day, and I loved the crap out of it. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I'll give this a go. Why not? This should be a good time. And it is. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm not that far in, right? It's a 30-minute video. You don't get very far in a game in 30 minutes, but unless you're, like, intentionally trying to speedrun, which obviously I'm not. But I'm liking it so far. I'm realizing more and more that I suck at video games. But it is fun, though, and I am enjoying myself. So I'm excited to experience that game and see what it's all about, see what I have been missing out on. Because I think that's going to genuinely be a really good time. And then, from there we can go and explore around some more games on the virtual. I think I might even do that for a little while, just like for the next handful of series, just like go through the quote-unquote gaming backlog of games on the Virtual Console that I missed, from back in the day, and play through them and see what it was that I was missing out on. I think that might be kind of cool to do. Like, download the I'll load up the like the GBA or the Game Boy. I already have the GBA. I meant to say Game Boy. I don't know why I said GBA. Ignore me, guys. But, I'll load up the Game Boy one, the NES one, maybe even the Super Nintendo one, the N64. Obviously, we'll get the GameCube one once we get the Switch 2 when it comes out. But obviously, we all know what the first series is going to be when that happens. Once, like, we're done, obviously, right? Like, once we clear a game. The only thing is, and, like, for those of you that have been around since the very beginning of my channel, or that have that watched the entirety of my intro to the channel video, I sort of have an apology for you guys. And subscribed because of that, because you thought the idea was cool and everything, and like also did like some of the content that you saw after you watched that video. I do kind of have an apology for you guys, because I haven't been doing 3 series for a very long time, but it's mostly because a lot of the games that I actually do like aren't actually long games. So like, because my original plan, if you guys remember that video and remember me talking about it, my original plan for my YouTube channel was to technically have 3 series going at the same time. We'd have this, a Minecraft season, which I called the continuous series because it was always going to be Minecraft. Oh, well, hello. It was always going to be Minecraft. It just would be, you know, different worlds and stuff, different seasons and everything, right? And then we'd have a main Let's Play series, which would be of a decently long game, you know, and more story intensive and story driven. That would be also uploaded every day alongside, alongside the Minecraft series, getting uploaded every day. And then I'd also do a side series, which would be of a shorter, less story-intensive game, like Pokemon, for example, which is, I believe, well, really the only side series that we did, because Coliseum started as that. Fuck, how am I gonna get up here? Damn extreme hills. I don't want to necessarily break the terrain, though, you know what I mean? And I might not have a choice. I'm off the map now, which is annoying, but as long as I can get up, that's all that really matters. Oh, I just didn't jump. Bruh. There we go. Up, bruh. Yeah, I'm way off the map, but as long as I can get up, I'm not going to be able to. Freaking hell. Wait, maybe. Perhaps. Wait, hold on. No. Frick. Ooh, hello. Why do I hear a sheep? Oh. Well, hello. Guess that answers my question, huh? He told my ass. But, sorry, I definitely lost my train of thought because I went so focused on trying to jump up this mountain with my horrible parkour skills. But yeah, so, like, I haven't been doing games that were long enough to justify having a side series along with it. Freaking hell, why am I failing so hard at walking? There we go. And, which, it does kind of suck, because I did kind of enjoy doing the three series at a time deal, even though that was a lot. Oh, this isn't going to work out, is it? I don't want to build up there, or I don't want to have to dig up there. I don't want to ruin the look of the mountain, but I guess I might not have a choice. That's just not what I wanted to swap it with. I guess I can do this, though, and then just put the blocks right back. Oh, there better not be death snow up here. I do like, though, that when you get really high up in an extreme hills biome, it starts to snow. That's very... Oh, good God, I've been so pissed if I just fell. That is very aesthetically pleasing, and obviously, like, that's really realistic also. that there's snow on top of it, like when you get really high up in extreme hills like this. Whoa. Oh. Not as cool as I thought. Okay. I don't want to have to go down and back up the other side, so we're gonna... Holy shite, that scared me. We're gonna do this. Ow. I don't know how I took damage from that, but sure. When there's a will, there's a way, guys. We got through it. We got through it. When there's a will, there's a way. Actually, I don't know why I keep typing that every time. I keep forgetting that you can do that. Oh, there's a waystone out here. Okay. I mean, why not? We can activate it. Add it to the network. Windswept forest. Is that the biome? Huh. I didn't know that was a biome name. That's kind of cool. Looks like we found ourselves a mushroom forest. What is this called? Is this actually called anything? Oh, it's dark forest. Gotcha. Okay. For some reason, I thought that the dark forest... Oh, no, that's a covered forest, isn't it? Yeah, that's a covered forest. Okay. I was like, I thought the dark forests were like all dark oak trees, and they were just like, it was super dense and super dark and everything because of the fact. But those must be dark, covered forests. Or roofed forests, whatever one they're called. Hi, sheeps. But yeah, so I don't think... I keep on getting sidetracked so easily. It's no wonder nobody watches any of my videos. My commentary is so bad. But, that is why, like, I haven't been doing the 3 series lately. But at the same time, I think only doing 2 is okay. You know what I mean? Like, because I won't lie. Doing 3 was a little bit overwhelming. A little bit. Especially, like, when I had to go to Chicago. When I went to HU. Like, I pre-recorded, like, for the whole week or whatever. Like, that was a lot of videos, guys. Like, so when I was gone for 4 days, I think I was gone Monday through Thursday. So, I don't remember how my every other series was. If I started it on Sunday or if I started it on Monday. But I think I started it on Monday. And, so, like, you know, so I had to get 3 videos done for Monday and for Wednesday. That's 6. And then 2 for Tuesday and Thursday. So that's 10 videos I had to get pre-recorded. On top of, you know, the videos that I was recording for the actual, you know, for the actual days that I was doing the pre-recording, right? So if you think about that, and some of those days had every other videos, or, you know, the side series videos in them also. So if you think about that, right, that's a lot of freaking videos that I had to record over, like, like, that weekend going into me leaving for Chicago, right? So that was a lot. On top of going to work and everything, too, right? So... And streaming, because I was still streaming, like, that was, like, when I first started, so I was still streaming, like, decently consistent back then. So, like, that was a lot. So, like, not having to worry about that, like, I mean, granted, not that I'm going on trips all the time, and that, like, but still, like, you know, not having to worry about that, and Aiden, I don't know why you're worrying about that, because you don't record half the week, half the time anyway. You're right, guys. You are so freaking right. But at the same time, it is still nice that I would only have to worry about 2 videos a day. You know what I mean? But, yeah. Either way, though, like, but at the same time, it does kind of upset me. Because, like, I had a plan set up, right? Like, it was gonna be really cool. Like, we'd be doing, like, you know, story-driven games like the Skywalker Saga was. Like, oh, there's a village right here. And, and everything, and like, you know, do a bunch of different Nuzlockes and stuff over for like our side series and whatnot. Like, it was gonna be really freaking cool and all that. And then obviously we'll have the Minecraft series going. You don't have a job for some reason. Well, this is like a cool little centerfold meeting area down there. I actually low-key wish I would have started near this village. Because I feel like I could have turned this like middle part into like something really nice for them to chill at, you know? Let's add this to the Waystone network. How many villages are we up to now? Is this like 40? 41. Wow, we found a lot of villages. That's crazy. Hello, Iron Golem. How you doing, big fella? Cleric. 2 redstone for an emerald. That is so not worth it. That's highway robbery, bro. Stonemason. Baby. Nothing. Wow, small village though. There's only like 3 villagers here. Okay. That's cool. Alright. We're almost done with the perimeter. Just got a little bit more to go this way, then we'll cut back to the right. And then get back to where we started. Wolfies! Hi, puppers. I already have a buku load of you back at home, because I didn't want to just take one from the pack and then, you know, separate them from the pack and then also separate the pack from them, because I just felt like that was wrong. So anytime I found a pack, I just would take all of them, or tame all of them rather, so that they would all stay together. So we have so many wolves at home. I definitely don't need to add any more. Not that I have any bones to add them with anyway, but nonetheless. Look at that one lone tree just chilling on top of that mountain all the way over there. I mean, there's some more to the left of it, I guess, but like that one's just chilling there by itself. Like, this is my side of the mountain. Nobody come near me. Oh, there's another village right there. It's just off of the map though, but I'll probably check it out anyway once we get over there. I love this game so much. Looks so gorgeous. Ooh. 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 Bruh. Alright, let's go check this village out. Really quick, like. I mean, we're here, right? Might as well. Iron Golem, what are you doing on top of the roof? Genuinely, though, how the fuck did he get up there? Oh, you know what? I bet I know what this village is. I think I've already been here. That Iron Golem's taking damage. Oh, he fell off. I want to know how he got up there to begin with. Actually, I think I do know what this village is. We have been here. Yep, okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, how are you up there? Okay. I'm not gonna question it. I'm just gonna let him vibe and do him. I'm just gonna let him vibe and do him. He's having a good time, and I'm not gonna tell him how to live his life. You know what I mean? He's defending the villagers, so I'm not gonna tell him how to live his life. You know? I'm gonna just let him rock. All right. So let's just get ourselves to the edge of, or the completion rather, of the perimeter, and then we can wrap things up for today. And we'll get ready to fill out the interior of the map in the next episode. Let's see, where exactly did they meet up? Right there. Alright, cool. Well, alright. Well, there is the perimeter of our new map, at least scouted out and everything, which is awesome. So in the next episode, like I said, guys, we'll start to fill out the center of... Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, guys. That yawn snuck up on me there. We'll start to fill out the middle of our map and see if there's anything else interesting that we can find over out on this side of the world. But nonetheless, if you guys did enjoy this episode, please leave a like down below. I'd greatly appreciate that. And click that subscribe button if you guys are new. And don't forget to click that little notification bell so you guys do get notified next time videos do go live on the channel. And with that, I will see you guys on my next episode. See you later, guys.